In this lesson we will create 3 pages. First we will create delete category page, and then we will create pages to edit a record. For that we will create 2 pages, edit category and update category. Let's start with the delete category page. This page will receive the category ID and will delete the record against that category ID from the database. So on line 10 we will receive the category ID from the browser. On line 13 we will establish connection. Line 15 we will save the delete query in the query variable, QRY variable. The query is delete from category, where category ID is equals to the variable cat ID. Remember, in PHP, if you write your text or string in double quotes, then you can put then if you write any variable in those double quotes, the variable value will be substituted at that place. So here this variable $cat ID the value of this variable $cat ID will be substituted at this place. So whatever category ID will be received, let's say if the category ID we receive is 2, this query will become delete from category where cat ID is equals to 2, and so on. And on line 17 we will send this query to the server for processing. And line 19 we will close connection from the database, and at the end we will display this message, record successfully deleted, to the user. So let's check this out. The page name is category.php. For practice, I have entered 3 records in category table. These 1, 2 and 3 with category ID 1, 2 and 3, and the names laptops, mobile and furniture. Let's add one more record. Test. So let's check to remove this record with category ID 4. So we will write here delete category.php. We will pass on the category ID using a query string. So a question mark cat ID is equals to 4. Before sending the request to the server, let's understand this. This is the name of the page, which is del_category.php, and this page, and we have to pass category ID to this page. Now an easy way to pass a category ID is using a query string. This is the variable in which it will expect to receive the value from the browser, cat ID. So that's why I have written question mark, which is start of a query string, cat ID, which is the name of the variable, and I have been passing the value 4 in this variable. So at this line, $_request cat ID will receive the value 4, and that value 4 will be saved in this variable cat ID, and then this query will become delete from category where cat ID is equals to 4. That will be sent to the server for execution. Now let's check this out. Just click here and press enter. Record successfully deleted. Now let's check whether it is deleted or not. Now see, the record with category ID 4 is no more in the table. Okay, now the edit category will work like this. this page will receive the category ID, and it will just like add category page, it will fetch the record from the database against that category ID and display the record in a form so that the user can edit that record. Once the user makes the necessary changes in the record and press the save button or submit button, the changed record will be passed on to the update category page. This page will receive all the values, category ID, name, description, and then it will send this record to the server with an update query to make the changes in the database. So here is the code. Update category page will receive category ID just like delete category page. Initially I have set the value of these two variables to empty strings. Connection is established at line 15. The query to fetch the record against the category ID received from the user is saved in the QRY variable on line 17. The query is select name, description from category where cat ID is equals to $cat ID. Now because we are fetching record against category ID, which is a primary key field in our category table, either we will receive a record or we will not receive any record if the category ID, if no matching record against the category ID received from the user is formed in the table. So here we will execute the query. Now this is a select query, it means it can return a record. So we will save the return record in this variable, which will become a 2D array variable. I have written if statement that if this line MySQL fetch row, this command will try to read one record from this 2D array variable and will read that record and save it in a variable by the name row. Now row will become a one-dimensional array to receive one record at a time. So if there is a record returned in the result variable, it will be fetched and saved in row variable, and from this variable we can read the value of all the fields from that record. So this is how we read the value of the fields. $name is equals to $row 0. It means in this array at index 0 is the value of the name field, and at index 1 is the value of description field. Why? Because in the select query the first field is the name field and the second field is description field. So the at index name is at index 0 and description will be at index 1. After this is the only processing required in this case. Then I will issue the command to free the result, to free the space occupied by the record in the result variable, and at the end I will close the connection with the database. Now here is the form method is equals to post. It means this form will use the post method to send whatever changes user has made in the category record, and it will send these change values to the update category page. I have let's make it a text field. I have three text boxes. The first one, the name of the first text box is cat ID, and in its value property or attribute I will show the value of the category ID field, and this is how we show the category ID field. I will start the PHP tag and the PHP tag, and inside the PHP tag there is only one line that is echo $cat ID and a semicolon. So this echo category ID will put the value of category ID here in these two double quotes. So that will become the value, and ultimately it will be displayed to the user inside the text box. For the second text box is the name text box. All the attributes are same with the additional attribute value and this value will and inside the value I have written echo $name, which will display the name we just got from the database. And similarly in the description field, with the text area field, I will echo the value of description I got from the database. And at the end there is a button to by the name written save on it, and it's a submit button, so that when the user will press this button, all the values of these text boxes will be passed on to update category page. Update category page should receive 3 values: category ID and same this category ID, value of this category ID field, name field and description field, and it should create save update query in the query variable, and then send the query to the server for processing and disconnect from the server. So here is the code for update category. I have received category ID, name and description in these fields. Category ID, name and description field, these are the PHP variables, these 3, and these are the HTML variables. The name of these variables should match the names of these text boxes, like this one and this one. So at line 15 we have established connection with the database. At line 17 I have saved the update query in the query variable, and the query is update category set name is equals to whatever name I have received, comma description is equals to whatever description I have received, where category ID is equals to whatever category ID I have received. On line 19 I will send this query to the server for processing, then I will disconnect from the server, and at the end I will show this message: record successfully updated to the user. Now let's check this out. We have these 3 records. Let's pause on category ID 2 to edit category page. So category ID 2 this slash shows an error in the page. Let's check this out. Oh, this is because of this. So now category ID 2, the page is showing the category against the category ID 2. I can make changes in category ID, name as well as description, because all of these are being displayed in text boxes. But there's a problem here. If I change the category ID from 2 to, let's say, any other value, let's say 5, and press the save button, nothing will happen because there is no record here with category ID 5. So it means that I should prevent the user from changing the value of category ID. I should only allow the user to change the name and description, but not the value of the primary key. So let's make these changes in the category page. Input type, instead of text, let's make it hidden, and let's remove this label. We don't need this label if the input tag is a hidden field. Now what will happen? This input field will be there with the name, category ID and the value received from the user, but this will not be displayed to the user. So when it will not be displayed, user won't be able to change the value of this category ID field. Let's refresh it. So now the category ID is part of the form as a hidden field, but it is not being displayed, so user cannot edit it. I can only make changes in the name or description. So let's say record successfully updated. This is also an error. Let's check this out and remove this error as well. Yes. Now let's check whether the changes have been applied successfully. See, smartphone and keyboard value of all major brands. So the record is successfully updated. Let's make changes in, let's edit the record with category ID 1 as well. Category ID equals to 1. Let's change this name from laptops to laptops and desktops. Description to laptops and desktops of all major brands. So this is description, laptops and name is laptops and desktops. Change has been successfully applied. So thank you.